Hi guys, it's me, Lauren Gell, and welcome back to the channel. I am so happy that you guys are here. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and follow down below, as well as check out my description for my other socials. And as you know by the title of this video, we're doing a monthly purchaser pass. These are just going over the products that were released in the previous month, because this does typically go up at the beginning of the following month that these products have been released. So in this case, we are doing June. And there have been some very interesting releases, some not so hot, and that's what we're here to discuss. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on in. If I'm doing a lot of this, I apologize. I did these nails for the Niall Horan consort. I'll try and put like some pictures in here or something for you guys. So, the first product is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. There are, how many shades of you are there? Oh, okay. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 4 gives you 32? 36 shades. I feel like I failed modern American mathematics. Okay. We're off to a great start. This says that it is a long-lasting hydrating liquid foundation that delivers medium buildable coverage and a satin finish. I think this is a replacement for the satin sheen or satin sheer foundation that they've had that used to be like $6. This will retail for $8. There's 36 shades. It's infused with 1% hydrating hibiscus complex plus pomegranate, blueberry, and goji berry extracts. I was tempted at first to get it, but at the same time, I've got a few good matte foundations right now that I'm like wanting to work through. And I've come to the conclusion that I don't want 15,000 foundations in my collection because it takes forever to use them. So I never bought this. And a lot of people said that the initial application is beautiful, but then the overall wear of the foundation isn't so great. I think for it being medium coverage, I personally like that because, as you can see, I am someone that does get acne from time to time. I've got some redness on my face, so medium is definitely the highest coverage I will go. I do not like full coverage, really. I will say that 36 shades at the drugstore is pretty good. I'm glad that, you know, it's not 15 shades of beige and then 4 shades of darker complexions. However, I will say shades 10 through 25 look relatively fair-skinned. Then you've got roughly, let's see, 30 through 44 that's like medium to tan, and then 50 through 65 is like brown to deep. So, I mean, it seems like it's kind of well balanced between the ranges. I just wish, obviously, again, that there were a few more darker shades, because I feel like it's very heavily like light to medium shade ranged. And then you get like 10 that are deeper, but I have a feeling that there's still going to be people out there that wouldn't be able to wear or find a suitable match. Although for $8 you can buy 2 of them, mix them, and it's still cheaper than a lot of foundations on the market. So keep that in mind too. Long story short, not for me right now. I could pick it up in the future, but it wasn't something that was like, I guess, tickling my fancy. Ugh, that sounds terrible. Anyways, moving on. So the next big launch was Fenty Hair. So Fenty Beauty is, well, this is, I think, separate. So there's Fenty Beauty, Fenty Skin, Fenty Hair so far. And I think Fenty Fragrance. So there's 4 like Fenty houses that technically could all fall under Beauty, but they're all sub-brands under Fenty. So anyways, it is a hair care line, and it says that it was available June 13th, and that it is... There are different hair textures, all different hair types, products with shampoos, masks for styling. There's all kinds of different products here, but it says that it's like color coordinated by hair type. So, you know, tan is one hair type, green is one hair type, you know, purple is one hair type. So that's really cool. I will say it looks generic. It looks like any other generic hair care brand, so it's not something that, like, you know, pops out to me if it was on a shelf. However, that's kind of becoming the standard of, like, you just have some pastel packaging I heard a lot of people talk about the price point, that it's kind of like luxury prices of hair care, so it's up there with like Briogeo and like Redken and like salon quality, I should say, over luxury. So I'm not sure about that. I'm interested to see if this is something that they're trying to push into salons, kind of like Olaplex and Redken and stuff like that, or if it's just strictly to the shelves. And it is at regular retailers, so like Ulta and Sephora, so I'm not sure who this is for. I'm thinking it's for the everyday consumer. I don't use any of that. I used to. It's so expensive. Now I'm just using Kristen S, and it does the same job. So that, and then Eva NYC. Oh, another launch. This is one that I was interested in. Haven't got it yet. It's from Danessa Myricks, which you guys know I love some Danessa Myricks. Not everything is made for me, and that's fine, but I do appreciate it. So this is again with the Yummy Skin family. It's the Skin Lift and Flex Concealer. And there are 20 shades. So that's the only thing that's alarming, is that there's only 20 shades. They're $30 each. It's a medium to full coverage concealer that's plant powered. And then the whole premise of it is that it's like a serum hybrid formula, so it's flexible with your skin, because we all know that with expressions on our face moves, our muscles move, our skin moves, so this is something that moves with the skin. That's essentially what they're trying to market to you. It says that it lifts, smooths, corrects, and covers for a natural soft matte finish. I'm down for that. So I will say this is something that I want to test out in store. There's only 20 shades, which is a little weird. There's literally, the shade 1 is white. You know that, what was it, the brand Youthforia, that they came out with like essentially a true black foundation, like the color black in a bottle. And they tried to like market that, saying that, oh, it's made for the deepest complected person, but then there was this whole blow up of how it doesn't suit anyone with a deeper complexion's undertone, yada yada yada. In this swatch on the arms, I really hope that number 1 shade is not just white. I hope it looks like it might have a yellow undertone, but it also kind of just looks like it's white. And the same gripe that is made for the Youthforia foundation being truly like the color, like a black pigment, I want to say the same thing for the lightest shade in a concealer range. Why is that white? Yeah, long story short, 20 shades isn't a lot, in my opinion, for concealer. I think a good range is like 30. So yeah, interested, on my wish list, want to test it out more before I make that purchase. Okay, so we have from Patrick Ta Beauty. These are the Major Glow Cream and Powder Light Reflecting Highlighter Duos. So, like his other products, the top is a cream, and the bottom is the powder, and then the cream is covered by like a plastic divider. Love that. I love that that's becoming more normalized to like separate your cream and your powders. These look interesting. It kind of seems like the powder highlight is going to be chunky or glittery, and then the top looks like it's Vaseline. So I don't know about these. Like the white shade truly looks like it's just like super glittery and sparkly. The 3 middle shades look to be like a normal highlighter, and then the last shade, the deepest shade, looks like it's also super glittery. I don't think these are for me. Patrick Ta really isn't a brand for me. Oh, yeah. Balm Cream Hybrid texture that easily blends onto the skin, melting powders beneath. Multifaceted pearls, curated blend of multidimensional pearls of varying sizes create a flashy diamond effect. Okay, so those 3 things tell me that the cream highlighter is a balm, so it's going to just be goopy on your cheek, and with a little bit of shimmer in it. And then the powder is going to be more of like a glitter pearl reflect versus like a lit from within highlighter. So these are a no for me. I am curious to see what people think and have said in reviewing these, because I don't watch June reviews of products, because I want to come up with my own, thoughts on these releases. Just based on those 3 things, I don't want to pay the $40 that these cost. Oh my god. The rose gold shimmer one's called Daddy. That's gross. So why? You have My Love, Baby, Sugar, Daddy, and then Honey? Why? For that reason alone, I don't stand for this. Okay, so those are a pass. We all know the month of June is Pride Month, and then MAC tried to pull a fast one over you. They wanted to celebrate 40 years of MAC Pride with a limited edition eyeshadow palette that has 40 rainbow eyeshadows in them that are new and also best-selling bring back shades. And then there's a mix of both mattes and metallics, and 100% of the palette's price supports the MAC Viva Glam. It says 100% of this palette's price supports MAC the Viva Glam $150. What does that mean? Unless it's supposed to go towards like the MAC Pride Foundation. I don't know if that's even a thing. Okay, I don't know what 100% of the palette's price supports. But I'm sure it's going to line someone's pockets and not actually go to a charity. This palette is ugly. For a rainbow palette, this is ugly. And for $150, you're paying for like pillow material? No, don't spend your money on this, because the reality is, do you know what this packaging looks like? This looks like when you buy the air dried clay for children. That's what this looks like. So the packaging is not even cute. MAC is a joke. I don't like them. Okay, so from Too Faced, they say that they've improved the Born This Way matte foundation, the oil controlling formula, and 24-hour wear. So it used to be in a bottle. I tried it. It was very mattifying. So like for me, I should probably only use it in the summer. But they switched it from a bottle. They put it in a tubed packaging with a pump. It says that it's an enhanced formula and lightweight packaging. I'm sure it's not a changed formula. I want to think that the glass frosted packaging that this matte foundation used to be in was probably too expensive for the price point with inflation. So instead of getting rid of the foundation, bringing us something new, they probably decided to put the old foundation in new packaging. And because it's a squeezy tube, it's probably cheaper than glass, but keep it the same price. Because it says it's $46. And I'm trying to think what the original one was called. I feel like the original one was like $42. I feel like what's happening is they're giving you fairly similar formula, cheaper packaging, and a little bit more expensive. I don't know if that's true. That's my theory. But there are only 30 shades. That's terrible. And the shade range on this is trash. So essentially what's happening is a rebrand of the matte foundation, but you're paying more for a cheaper packaging, essentially. Here's something I was interested in, but then I was like, I don't know. So this is from Rare Beauty. It's the True to Myself Tinted Pressed Finishing Powder. It says it's a matte formula that also delivers a luminous natural finish. I don't understand what a luminous matte powder is. If it's matte, then it should be oil controlling. But I'm thinking maybe it's matte, so it does oil control, but there is a bit like of a sheen to it. But then that makes me think, well, is that going to emphasize texture? So I'm interested to try this out or just see reviews on it. It says there's only 14 shades, but that's something that they wanted to confirm. I don't know if that's been updated. But if there is only 14 shades, that's not that great. There is a blurring serum blush coming out from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Again, it says it's a hydrating soft matte liquid blush with a radiant blurred finish. But first off, I want to point out, y'all know I hate baby pink blush. Look at how unflattering that cool tone baby pink is on that fair woman. It doesn't look good. Tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm crazy, but that just doesn't look good. That's not as flattering as like the peachy corally shade of the girl on bottom. You know? Anyways, that's a side note. It says that this instantly diffuses imperfections for radiant bouncy skin, serum enriched skin loving formula, enriched with niacinamide and pomegranate peel extract, delivers buildable vibrant color. The gel-like texture grips to the skin, creating a flushed from within effect. Precision tip applicator delivers the perfect amount of product, and they're only $25. That's not terribly priced. I definitely want to see what the soft matte radiant blurred finish is. I'm wondering if it's radiant because it's a cream or like a serum. Maybe that's the only reason they say it's radiant, because it just melts into the skin better than like a satin matte or anything like that. I think I would pick up either guava or hibiscus or even peach, but I'm thinking guava because it's a peachy pink. So I definitely go in store and check out what shade just looks better on my skin, and then just buy probably one, because realistically, I don't think you would need all of them. I do wish that there were a couple darker shades, but maybe in the future they'll come out with some. I really would love like a rich berry tone or something. Okay, so that's on my wish list actually. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so this next one I actually did already pick up, but it's not makeup. This is the Powerpuff Girls times Mooncat polish. Yes, you heard it correct. So I only picked up two, which was Chemical X, which was the black, and then the hot pink one. I have to remember it. I'll try and find a different picture for you guys other than the Trend Moon one to show the full collection. Maybe I can find it on the Mooncat website. But the blue one is obviously Bubbles. Green one's obviously the Buttercup one. And then the pink is obviously Blossoms. And I love it. There were stickers. There was a whole collection. I only bought two polishes. I didn't worry about buying the stickers. But you guys, this collection is so cute. I love when nail polish brands do collaborations with IPs like this, because I feel like nail polish brands do it right. Because it's only one, like really one essential product that you can sell because it's polish. But I feel like they get the colors perfect. And I feel like Mooncat is really good with their collaborations, and they, like the creator and the product developers really do take the time to like curate a color that fits the character or fits the theme of the product, you know? So these I think have already been launched. They were launched on June 21st. This first like golden palette totally can get away with using it in the fall. And then the blue cool tone palette, obviously that's screaming winter to me. These are pretty. I've not bought anything from this brand. This is from Cosmic Brushes. And it's the Nude Trolls, like Nude Trolls palette, and then the Cool Trolls palette. So you have the Nude Trolls and the Cool Trolls. And I love those names. They're so cute. So I don't know how much these are in American dollars, but they are 28 pounds each. And I'm tempted. Ooh, I'm tempted. It says that the Neutrals palette is 20 shades, offering a range of nude and neutral colors, 14 mattes, 18... Nope, that's not... Nope. 14 mattes, 8 metallics. And then 2 of those metallics are actually like a super shifty multi-chrome, and one will be a vibrant duochrome. So that's cool. And then the Cool Trolls palette has 20 shades as well. It's 14 mattes, 8 metallics, and then 1 is a foiled multi-chrome, a duochrome, and an iridescent. So there's a couple different formulations in here, mostly metallics and mattes, but I think these are pretty. I think they are beautiful, and honestly, this Neutrals palette you could get away with using all year long, because there are some purples in there for fall, there's some greens in there. You can use those shades in the summer, you can, you know, make it work. I think it's beautiful. The cool tone palette, like, I'm not into like those really cool tone blues like that, but I'm into this palette. And it definitely would be something different in my collection. So for that, I'm tempted. I'm kind of tempted to try both of these out. So I might pick one or two of these up. I might pick one or maybe both up at a later date. But yeah, I'm intrigued. They look good. I've never tried anything from the brands, but they look good. Fleur is coming out with a vanilla skin perfume. It is unlike any vanilla fragrance, invokes an iconic creaminess wrapped in a kaleidoscope of spice and intrigue. Has a higher fragrance concentrate than the viral body mist, developed to have a longer wear time. 50 milliliters is $99, and a 9.5 milliliter, which is the travel size, will be $29. So priced, I mean, pretty accurately with like what's on the market for like mid-tier perfumes. The top notes are pink pepper, pink apple, sugar crystal. So it's going to be like fruity sweet. The heart of it, so the mid notes, which are what you're going to wear or smell a little more prevalent, is lily, jasmine, and cashmere wood. So it's going to be like a floral and a little bit toasty. And then the base notes are benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, and argwood. So it's going to be like sweet, spicy, woody, you know? So, you guys, this perfume literally follows the notes that I want to smell throughout the day. So, I love fruity fragrances upon initial application. I don't like how they wear on me over time. So, I love that the top notes are those like fruity sweets, and then they dissipate into your like floral, like warmy notes, which I love. I love those, but I don't always want to smell super floral. So then it slowly deteriorates, because that's what perfume fragrance do. They flatten out over time, but the base notes are really like what's going to stick to you the longest. And I love that the base notes are vanilla, a little bit of spice, and then like your like woody smells. I love the way that this in my mind is like mellowing out on the body. Scream a Lauren fragrance. I am so excited to smell this, you guys. I'm loving this. I definitely want to smell it. And it might come home with me. So much blush. So much blush. You know what? I think what I need to just start doing is making a segment that's just blushes. ColourPop is coming out with blush, liquid blushes. And I think they're trying to be like a dupe for the Rare Beauty ones. More like a competition for the e.l.f. ones that came out, which I like those both. I have some of both. Let me grab them because I have them both right here. I've got 2 of the minis from Rare Beauty. I have Encourage, which is like a mauve, and then I have Virtue, which is like the peachy nude. And then from e.l.f. I have 2 as well. I've got Dusty Rosé, which is this one, which is like a neutrally pink, and then the other one is Peach Perfect. Yeah, Peach Perfect, which is obviously like a peach shade. So I have 2 of each of these. I love them both, but the ones from ColourPop are going to be $10, and they say that they're weightless, pigmented, long-lasting liquid blushes with a cushiony, creamy texture, buildable and blendable, leaves a hydrating, healthy flush with a second skin finish, glides onto the skin and glides onto the skin and effortlessly layers without disturbing makeup underneath, infused with hyaluronic acid, polyglutamic acid to boost hydration, sea moss to retain moisture, and niacinamide to smooth the skin. Features a plushed, oversized doe foot for effortless application. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 shades. These were available on the 27th of June, and then they'll be at Ulta and Target by July. I mean, they're cute. I do like the heart on top. It's cute because that kind of pays tribute to their like heart-shaped blushes, so I love that. Aesthetically, they look pleasing. There's some really pretty colors in there. I kind of like that first shade, which is like a beige. I love the deeper shade. I just wish there were a couple really deep tones for deeper complexions. I don't know. It's like they might be a flop. They're probably a decent formula, very comparable to these, and probably a dupe for these. But I don't know. I feel like once you analyze blushes so much, they kind of all look the same. Nothing special really stands out, and I think that's just what's happening. Another thing that's coming out, and these are from Valentino. These are the extra matte lipsticks in nude and pink colors with a matte spiky gold packaging. So I love the packaging. It reminds me of the Milani packaging, like that diamond packaging, though these are square and they're all the same color. But the shade on the right, that like nude shade, is so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. I really like that shade. Now I know I probably have it, or I can get it in a cheaper formula. I'm a little worried about the extra matte, but that shade is intriguing. I think we have a couple more things, so I feel like I've been working through this relatively fast. Just June in general wasn't a lot of exciting launches in my opinion, so it kind of just calmed down and it's mostly just cheek products, which is annoying. But we have the Bronze and Protect SPF 50 Bronzing Concentrate from Sealy, I think. or Soleil. I don't know how you pronounce the brand. I've never heard of it, but these are going to be $36 each. There's only 2 shades, and they'll be available July 2nd at Sephora. So it says that they're a mineral SPF 50 bronzing drop concentrate that can be mixed into skincare, foundation, or used to add definition and warmth. Highly pigmented liquid bronzers that deliver a real sun-kissed effect to the skin and a luminous protective finish. It's multi-purpose acne-safe formula. It's $36. So I'm confused as to why a bronzing drop like concentrate has SPF 50 in it, because you know, it's the same kind of concept that confuses me with foundations and stuff. Like, they have SPF in them, but the reality is you have to put on like 3 times as much as you normally would just to get the actual effects of the sunscreen in the product. So you're better off just wearing sunscreen underneath a foundation. Like, you will get more benefits from wearing a sunscreen underneath a foundation that doesn't have SPF than to just wear a foundation that has SPF in it, you know? So that same logic can be applied to this, because unless you're smearing this bronzer concentrate all over your face to get the effects of the SPF 50, then it's not going to do you any good. Honestly, adding the sunscreen in is starting to become a cash grab. Sunscreen protection should not be used to be a cash grab. That's all I'm saying. Ugh, it doesn't serve you any real purpose. Because again, adding a few little drops of bronzer to your foundation that has SPF 50 in it is not going to be as beneficial for your skin and your skin barrier as just putting an SPF 50 underneath your foundation is going to be. Okay guys, we made it to the end. So if you stuck around until the end, I truly appreciate you. I'm happy that you guys appreciate my opinions on certain things. Like, I'm glad that I can bring my marketing education into this and just kind of like talk through it with you guys as a consumer, because really that's all I am, is just a consumer, but I'm just vocalizing my opinions, and I'm so happy that some of you feel the same. It also makes me seem not as crazy, and I feel less crazy for it, so thank you. Anyways, like I said previously, go ahead, like, subscribe, and follow if you haven't already. I would really appreciate you hanging out with me from time to time. And thank you again for reaching 100 subscribers. That's really cool. So I hope to see how much more we can grow. And with that said, I think I'm going to hop off and go about my day. But I hope you have a great day, night, whenever you're watching this. And I am sure I'll see you in another one. So bye.